One of the biggest questions I get from families is how long is probate going to take? Today, we're going to talk about the timeline and why a few delays might happen. Welcome back to Grounds for Probate, your coffee break chat where we break down probate into plain English. I'm Michelle, a probate paralegal at SJF Law Group. Probate timelines vary depending on the complexity of the case. So think smaller estates, the summary administration cases. This is where the assets are pretty straightforward. There's no disputes, no uncontested wills, and the paperwork is all in order. Probate can sometimes be completed in about like 3 to 6-ish months. These are cases where naturally everything moves along very quickly. Now, with your more complex estates, your formal administrations, think there's multiple properties, assets, significant assets. There might be even businesses or property interests in other countries or states that we're dealing with. These are cases that can take a little longer, and it's not uncommon for them to take a year or more. Those situations just naturally require more review, coordination, more court involvement too. So what causes those delays? Let's get into that. So the first one that's typically involved with every estate practically is tax issues. Any outstanding taxes that need to be handled, complicated filings and tax returns that need to be filed, that need to get done, late returns can definitely, all of those things can slow an estate down significantly. Any disputes. So any disputes between beneficiaries or even just challenges can definitely slow things down a bit and can take a few weeks to even months to resolve something. Another reason is missing or incomplete paperwork. Sometimes it's difficult when documents are missing, incomplete, or even difficult to locate. Another reason is the court's processes, which is totally unavoidable. The court has certain deadlines and things they have to follow, and sometimes when hearings get scheduled in a time frame, their calendar might not allow for it because they have a ton of cases that they're already on. Court processes is another reason why a delay might happen. Sometimes the court's schedule, their hearings, or even procedural requirements can create unavoidable delays for us. The good news is that many of these delays can be minimized. The key is staying organizing, keeping clear records, and maintaining proactive communication with your attorney and your law firm. Thanks for joining me on Grounds for Probate. Don't forget to follow and subscribe so you don't miss out on next week's episode.